letting go of any thoughts that you have in your mind. Bringing your attention between your eyebrows. Starting to connect more to your breath. Take your next breath deeper. Try to even your inhales and exhales. We tend to have a bit longer exhale. I want you to try to even your inhales and exhales. Realize how your belly bloats out, gathering all the air in. And then with your exhales, you just release every single muscle. Try to connect to your Ujjayi breathing. That hissing sound at the back of your throat that you create. Now is a perfect time to set an intention if you have one. Taking 2 more breaths fully. And slowly, whenever you're ready, blink your eyes open. Bring your knees together if they were wide away from each other. And we're going to just hold on to our right leg, very close to our chest, giving it some hip rolls. So circling your knee out mindfully, and then reversing it to the other side. Inhale here, and then with your exhale, place your right knee towards the left, opening up through your chest. Maybe gazing over your right shoulder. If you have space, lower down your knee towards the floor. Taking it easy, the beginning of the class. Just breathing into wherever you feel that tension. You should feel it in your lower back. This is really good stretch for your lower back. I recommend you to do it daily. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly come back to center. Keeping the same knee, going for a reclined lunge. So grab a hold of your shin from the inside or the outside edge of your foot and then pull it down towards the floor. Half happy baby also. If extending your left leg is too much, you can give it a bend. Working on our hips. Taking deep breath here. And slowly coming back to center. Straightening your right leg this time. You can use a strap. I'm going to show you with the strap here. Strap, belt, anything you like. Placing it at the ball of your feet. Some extra help here. You can keep your knee bent depending on how flexible you are in your hamstring, as long as you feel the stretch throughout your hamstring all the way to your calf. So keeping your toes pointing down, You'll feel the stretch more in your calves. Still, you can bend into your left knee if that feels better. One more breath. Hold the strap or your leg with only one hand, with your right hand, and slowly we're going to lower our leg towards the right. If this is where you want to be and you have a bit of a space, you can place your blanket again underneath your hip. Otherwise, just take it down towards the floor as much as you can, keeping your right foot flexed. It's an active stretch, so you're not totally relaxing, you're still squeezing your muscles, engaging your thigh. One more breath, and then slowly with your inhale, place it up. Move both hips to the right slightly, and then hold the strap or your foot with your left hand this time. Inhale here with your exhale. I want you to lower down your leg, right leg towards the left, keeping it as straight as you can. You're going to feel it in your IT band this time. So it can be up here, or you can go all the way down, again, depending on how much space you have. Try to keep your right foot flexed. This is one of those stretches I really feel it. That's why I enjoy it. Full breaths. And slowly with your inhale, bring it up. And release your strap to the side. Before we move on to the other side, let's do some core work. I'm sure you feel it on one leg more, your right side hopefully. You're going to inhale, lift both hips up. Just hold it here for a while. And slowly place it down. With your exhale, I want you to lift your shoulders off the mat and try to reach for your knees. So we're connecting to our breath, moving a bit faster. You're going to inhale, lift up. And with your exhale, lift your shoulders. So core working. Inhale. Exhale. Connecting to your breath. Couple more. Creating some heat in that core. 2 more just like that. Last one. And slowly release down. Moving on to our left side. So holding on to your left knee this time, very close to your body. And then let's give it some hip rolls, gentle hip rolls to one side, creating some circles, and then reversing it. Slowly come to stillness. I'm not going to use the strap on this side. Hold on to the shin or the outside edge of your foot. Maybe give your right leg a bend. Inhale here, and then with your exhale, try to pull your knee down towards the mat as much as you can. Connecting to your body and feeling the tension wherever you may feel it. Try to work on that part. One more breath. And slowly extend your leg up towards the ceiling. So you're going to keep it here. Keep your foot flexed if you're holding onto the strap. Place the strap on the ball of your foot. If you're holding onto your shin, doesn't matter. Again, optional to bend your right leg. Feel the stretch. One more full breath. Okay, with your exhale, holding on to the strap or your foot with your left hand only. Inhale here. With your exhale, lowering it down towards the left side. Choose your option. Try to really connect with your own body and see what works for you. Something that works for me might not work for you, and shapes are different in different body types. Really breathing deep here. With your inhale, your left leg reaches up, holding the strap or your foot with the right hand this time. Move your hips to the left a bit. Inhale here. With your exhale, keeping it straight as much as you can, or a little slight bend is fine. Lowering it down. Feel the stretch on the outer hip and your outer leg. If you come all the way down, it's fine. If it doesn't come down, you can place anything you want underneath your foot. Breathe into the tightness. Try to release it with your breath. Calm your mind. And slowly with your next inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, release. Good. This time I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. We're going to do the same move. So with your inhale, but if this doesn't feel good, you can always go back to knees up. You're going to inhale, lift up your hips, soles of your feet together. And with your exhale, place your hip down and just lift your shoulders off the mat. Again, connect to your own breath. You can go slower or faster. Just encourage you to move mindfully. Two more just like that. Last one. And slowly release. So we're going to come up to seated however you like. You can rock your body forward and back a bit. Give it a little massage before you sit up. Good. Coming up to seated. So sitting on our heels here. Just going to face you. Good. So we're going to go do some side bends. With your inhale, you're going to bring both hands up. Breathe deeply. Really reach up to create space. And with your exhale, place your right hand down and bend into your elbow as much as you need. Try opening your chest. Getting long in your left side body. And then inhale up to center. With your exhale, you're going to reach to the opposite side, feeling both hips on your heels. And inhale, both hands up. Create that space. And with your exhale, we're going to go for a twist. So twisting towards our right, really pressing into your knee, into your thigh to create space. Inhale, both hands up. And with your exhale, this time twisting to the left. And slowly back to center. Going to go forward this time. So inhale, both hands up. With your exhale, reach both hands forward. You can have your knees close together for more support in your lower back. If you want to work on your hips, widen your knees from each other. Try to lift your elbows off the mat. Feel the stretch. Place your forehead down. And from here, lift your head up. With your inhale, your left hand reaches to the right, placing your left cheek on the mat if you can. If it doesn't reach, place something underneath your head for more support. You should feel the stretch on your left shoulder. And slowly, whenever you're ready, come back to center. Moving on to the other side. Right hand reaches, thread it under, and place your head down. Keep pushing both hips towards your heels. And slowly with your next breath, coming out of your stretch. Coming to tabletop position, spread your fingers wide, wrists under your shoulders, hips under your knees. You can do some cat-cow breathing here. You can tuck your toes under if you like to. You're going to inhale, give a big arch to your lower back, look up, and with your exhale, push the floor away, chin towards the chest, dome your upper back. Connect to your own breath. You can stay like this, just move as we are, or you can create some circles. You can close your eyes. With your inhale, your head is still reaching up. With your exhale, you're pressing your chin towards your chest. If that feels good, do this, and then reverse the circle. One more. Good. Coming back to center. Neutral. Pulling your lower belly in. With your next inhale, you lift your right leg up, keeping your hips square. Staying strong. With your next inhale, lift your left hand off the mat, reaching forward, thumb up. Keep your neck in line with your spine, so you're looking down a bit forward. No collapsing in your right shoulder. Inhale, reach everything up. And with your exhale, I want you to round your back again. Bring the elbow close to your knee as much as you can. 2 more just like that. If that feels too much, you can place your left hand down on the mat. Just continue it with your leg. Last one. Maybe even gaze up with your inhale. Exhale, hold it here for 3, 2, and slowly place it down. Come back, sit down on your toes. Maybe bring your pinky, if it's not already curled under, curl it under, and stay here. Inhale, reach your hands up. With your exhale, I want you to cactus your arms down and puff your chest up towards the ceiling. Again, inhale. And then with your exhale, this should feel really good. 2 more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Last one. And slowly coming back to our tabletop position. Moving on to the left side. So stay strong, knees together. Inhale, left leg reaches back, keeping your hips square. Breathe in here. And then with your next inhale, reach your right hand up. Your thumb is facing up. We're going to move with our breath. So we're going to inhale, reach everything up. Maybe your gaze moves. And with your exhale, dome your upper back. Knee comes towards your elbow. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, hold it here. Push the floor away for 3, 2, and slowly back down. Good. Keep your toes curled under. You're going to inhale, arch your back, look up. With your exhale, lift your knees off the mat and push your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Our first downward facing dog. I always encourage you to move freely. See what your body needs right now. I like to pedal out my knees one by one, keeping your chest as close as you can to your thigh, whichever one that is getting bent. With your next inhale, lift both heels off, and then with your exhale, bend deep into your knees so your chest really gets in touch with your thighs, pushing your hips up towards the mat, towards the ceiling. And slowly bringing your heels down towards the mat. It doesn't matter if it doesn't reach. If you feel tight, keep a slight bend in your knees. Bring your feet a bit closer together. With your next inhale, reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. Lift your left heel off the mat. Keep pointing that top foot up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale here. And with your exhale, shift your weight forward, bend into your knee, and place it to the outside of your right hand. Back knee goes down. And keep your back toes curled under or untuck them. Your choice. Lizard lunge. You can always use blocks here. Maybe move your knee out and in. Just to settle in the pose. If you're using a block under your hands to elevate you, it'll be something like this. So you're going to inhale here, really reach your chest forward. Push your hips down. With your exhale, push your hips up and straighten into your right leg as much as you can. Keep your toes pointing just to feel the stretch on the top of your foot. Again, with your inhale, reach forward, chest forward. And then with your exhale, shift back again. You can be up here, it doesn't matter. Doing that 2 more times. Inhale. And then exhale back. Feel that stretch on the top of your right foot. Last one. Exhale here. This time, lift your toes up, feeling the stretch on our calves. If you're using a block, bring them to either side of your right foot, right leg. Come to a flat back. Inhale here. And then with your exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower to wherever your limit is. And breathe into it. And then come to a flat back. Place your left hand on the block or on the mat. Inhale here, really get long in your left hand. And with your exhale, pressing your front heel down, go for a twist if that feels good. You can always use a cushion under your knees if needed. 1 more breath. And slowly back to center. Shift your weight forward, move the blocks out of the way, and bring your front foot back to meet in child's pose. Breathe out here, and with your breath in, I want you to shift your weight forward. Go for a slight back bend. Stay here. If it's too intense, this one, you can bring your feet a bit wider. Slight bend in your elbows, open your shoulders, and then move back to child's pose. Breathe out. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, come forward. Separate your feet as much as needed. Push your hip down and forward. And with your exhale, move back to child's pose. Last one. Inhale. Allow your head to be the last to arrive wherever you're going. And then exhale, push your hips back and down. From here, whenever you're ready, tuck your toes under, going back to downward facing dog again. So push your hips high, up towards the ceiling. Keep gazing in between your feet or your belly button to keep your neck strong and in line with your spine. Bring your feet a bit closer together. We're going to move to the left side. With your inhale, you're going to lift your left leg up this time. Keep it pointing so you really activate all the muscles. Lift into your right heel. One more breath. And then with your exhale, you shift your weight forward, bringing your left foot to the outside. However you like, you can place your right knee down and then place your left foot forward. Both hands to the inside of your front foot. Tuck or untuck, your choice. Lizard lunge. Maybe move your knees, your front knee to the out a bit, just to settle in this pose. We're going to move with our breath. So using the block or not, your choice again. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Push your hips down. And then with your exhale, shift your weight back and straighten your front foot. Keep your toes pointing down so we feel the stretch on the top of our left foot this time. With your inhale, you shift your weight forward. And then breathe out. Keep your toes pointing down and then melt down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale it back. Last one. Inhale. And then with your exhale, shift your weight back. Move your foot to the middle if you need to. And flex into your left foot. Use a block if needed. Keep a slight bend in your left knee. Inhale to a flat back. And with your exhale, you draw your belly in and you fold forward. 2 more before we stay. Inhale. Exhale it down. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to hold it. Go as low as you feel the stretch. Press your front heel down and back to engage that pelvic floor. And from here, coming up, placing your right hand down, wherever that may be. Keep it as elevated as you like. Inhale here. And with your exhale, lift your left hand up. Keep pressing that front heel down. Keep squaring into your hips. So pulling that right hip forward. And slowly back down. Come forward. This time, however you like, come in to your malasana. So to the front of the mat. And we're going to go low. If that's not accessible, just place something soft under your heels. You'll reach there within time. Push your knees out, straight spine, palms together. From here, we're going to slowly come up to a squat position. So halfway, we're still shifting our weight back. Our weight is in our heels. Strong core. Staying here for one breath only. Pressing your thighs towards each other as if there's a block, you want to hold on to it. And then inhale, lift up. Reach up, palms touch. Press your palms towards each other. And with your exhale, hands to your heart center. So at the front of the mat, we're going to keep on moving. Just remember, whenever you feel tired and you need to rest, just go in child's pose and then join back. So feet hip distance apart. Inhale, reach up. Look at your palms. With your exhale, push your hips back as if you're sitting on a chair and lower down as much as you can, and it feels good. Staying here, still feeling like there's something in between your thighs and you're holding on to it with your thighs. One more breath. Inhale here, and then exhale, lower down to forward fold. Keep your feet hip distance and push your weight forward. One more breath here. Keep your head and neck really heavy towards the floor. Allow the gravity to do its job, and then to allow your hamstrings to open up with the weight of your whole body. And then inhaling, coming to a flat back. Your neck is in line with your spine. You're looking down. With your exhale, bend into your knees, both hands down, and move both foot back to plank pose. And keep your knees down here. Just avoid pushing your hips out. Keep them in, engage that core. Breathe in here. And with your breath out, bend into your elbows to the back and come all the way down on the mat. Place your forehead on the mat. Come on your fingertips on the outside of your mat. Your elbows pointing up, tops of your feet on the mat. With your inhale, I want you to come up to cobra, so to your back bend. And with your breath out, lowering down your left shoulder, looking over your right shoulder. Moving slow, connecting to our breath. Inhale up again. Look up. And with your exhale, lowering the opposite shoulder. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale it down. Keep your elbow pointing up. Last one on the opposite side. And come back to center. Place both hands next to your chest. Inhale here. With your exhale, shift your weight back to child's pose. And whenever you're ready, downward facing dog. Should feel more open in your downward facing dog now compared to the beginning of the class. So it's really good to observe these maybe small little things during your practice. Bring your feet a bit close together. With your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips square as much as you can, so you're squaring your hip, rolling your inner thigh towards your left. And then with your exhale, open your hip and bend into your knee. Keep staggering your hips over each other and pulling your heel towards your bum. One more breath. Inhale here. And with your exhale, shift your weight forward. You can place your left knee down to bring your right leg forward, right foot forward. Coming to a low lunge. Curling the back toe or not, your choice. Inhale, reach both hands up. And with your exhale, I want you to cactus your arms and open your chest. Pushing your hips down. Two more just like that. Inhale up. And then exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale down. We're going to hold this one. One more. And slowly coming back to center. I want you to curl your back toes if it's not there already. Inhale here. See if you're with your exhale, you can just lift that back knee up, coming to a high lunge. If that was too much, just get into it as you like. Inhale, both hands up. Keep your hips square. Keep pulling that left hip forward. Inhaling here, with our exhale, I want you to twist to the right. So I want you to just twist using that core muscle and maybe pulling your hands to the sides. As if someone's pulling you from two sides. Two more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale up. And then exhale, holding it just for 3 seconds. 2, 1. Inhale up and slowly descend that back knee. Place both hands down and come back to your child's pose. You should feel your left hip crease really opening up, your hip flexor, so you should feel the difference right now before we move to the other side. And whenever you're ready, coming back to our downward facing dog again. Keep your fingers spread, keep pressing down through all 10 knuckles. Bring your feet a bit closer. With your next inhale, your left leg reaches up, keeping that hip square. Keep pointing your left foot to the back. Inhale here. With your exhale, now open into your hips and bend your knee. Hips are over each other. Your left heel is going down in towards your bum. Keeping your shoulders as square as much as you can. Inhale here. And with your exhale, however you like, maybe bringing your right knee down and then bringing your foot forward to low lunge. Inhaling, both hands up. We know where we're going. We know the flow now. And then with your exhale, pushing your hips forward and down, opening your chest. Inhale. And then exhale. One more just like that. And we're holding it down here. Enjoy this little back bend. And slowly, whenever you're ready, coming out of it. Curl your back toes if you haven't already. Inhale here. With your exhale, however you like, you're gonna just lift that back knee up, coming to a high lunge now. Really pressing that back heel to the back as if there's a wall there and you're pressing into it. Keeping your front knee in line with your front heel. We're going to move with our breath again in a twist. So you're going to inhale, reach up. And then with your exhale, you're going to twist to the left this time. 2 more. Using your core muscles. Exhale. Last one. Hold it for 3, 2, and slowly inhale back, very gracefully. Lower that back knee down. Both hands down. Coming back to your child's pose. Maybe bring your hands next to you, just to allow that relaxation into your shoulders a bit. Now I want you to feel your right hip crease, what we just worked on. It's really important to know what we're stretching, what we're working on. That's how you build that connection in between your body and your breath. And slowly, when you're ready, coming up to seated and downward facing dog. Bend into your knees, inhale, look forward, and really bend into your knees, bringing your hips down towards your heels. With your exhale, we're going to float forward to plank. You can be your knees down, it doesn't matter. Again, we're going to move just like we did, and then forward. Inhale here, exhale forward. Last one. Inhale, look in between your hands, and then with your exhale, just step forward. Inhale to a flat back. Your hands can be on your shins. And then exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees. Inhale, come to standing. Watch your palms touch. Draw your belly in. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to do one standing pose here. Last standing pose, I would say. So it's eagle pose. I want you to get light on your right leg. So our standing leg is going to be our left. Bend into the left knee and just cross your right leg over. It can be on both feet, can be on the floor as I am right now. If you have space and you can curl it under, just go all the way. I'm going to just put it on the floor. Bend into your knees. Our right hand goes under our left. So either the backs of the palms are facing each other, or again, if you have space, the palms. Stay here. I want your elbows to be in line with your shoulders. So feel that stretch in your upper back. Breathe. And then slowly coming out of the pose, releasing everything. Give a little shake to your feet before we move to the other side. So this time we're going to be on our right leg mainly. So get light on your left and then cross the left over. It can go all the way, or it can just be on the side. This time our left hand is going to go under. Lift up your elbows. Feel the stretch. This is really good for people who suffer from shoulder pain, tight shoulders. Breathe. And then slowly coming out. Facing the front of the mat, I'm going to go to half moon pose. Use the block. I always recommend to use it because the elevation that it gives you, it makes it really easier and you'll understand the pose more. I'm going to start with my left leg on the floor just so I can face the camera. So you're going to inhale here. With your exhale, you're going to hinge forward and lift your right leg off. My left hand is going to be on the floor in front of the left leg. Keep that slight bend and just open your hips. You can place both hands on a block or on the floor. Keep flexing into that back foot. You can stay here, look down. If you feel like you're ready, lift your right hand, maybe place it on your hip. Feel both hips over each other. Keep pressing down through all four corners of your standing foot. Maybe even reach up. And slowly looking down if your gaze was somewhere else. And then bending into your standing knee, coming down. And then inhale, up, reach up. And then exhale, hands to your side. And move to the other side. I want you to understand this hip opening and hip closing is really important for different poses, and you need to understand it to get the benefit out of it. So bend into your right knee, and then get light on the left, hinge forward. Both hands reach down, inhale here. With your exhale, just open your hips over each other and flex into that back foot. Getting light on your left hand. Maybe even lifting it on your hip. I would suggest on your hip if you are very new with this pose. If not, you can lift it up. One more breath. And slowly both hands down, bend into your standing knee, feet close together, and just come to chair pose. This time our feet are next to each other, if that feels good. So knees are touching, are pressing into each other. And slowly lower down as much as you can. I want you to come all the way down to seated, however that may be. From here, let's just go on our belly before we go on our backs. So we're going to do a shoulder stretch here. I want you to reach your right hand first to the left, thread it under, and then your left arm over. Just making sure the microphone is getting out of the way. So try to reach both hands to do different sides. Our left hand is over. Inhale here, press into the tops of your feet, and then with your exhale, lower your head down. Breathe deeply, feel the stretch. I really want you to observe every single move and stretch that you do. It's really important. Breathe deeply and slowly coming back to center. Moving to the opposite side. So first threading the left hand under, and then your right hand reaches to the left side. Inhale. And then with your exhale, lower your head down as much as you can. It can be placed on a block. And slowly coming out. Coming into our Sphinx pose. Your elbows under your shoulders. Pushing your hips forward and shoulder blades back towards each other. You feel that very gentle back bend and stretch in your lower back. You can stay here, or you can bend into your right knee. Stay there again. But if you want to go a bit further, place the left hand diagonally in front of you. Keep your chest forward and then reach for your back foot with your right hand. Press your foot into your hand. Keep your chest square to the front. So don't open and don't lift up into your hip. Breathe and slowly release. You can lower down, bend into your knees, and just move them side to side before we go to the opposite side. And coming back to Sphinx pose again. So you can either stay here, which is totally fine, or bring your right hand diagonally in front of you, and then bend into your left knee. Inhale here, staying tall, no collapsing, and then reach for your back foot from the inside, and press into your hand, keeping your chest square. One more breath. And slowly release. Again, bend into your knees. Move side to side. And then roll onto your backs. I'm just going to go this way. Bend into your knees. Your knees are in one line with your heels. You're going to inhale here with your exhale. You're going to lift up again to bridge pose. You can either stay here, which is totally fine, or you can lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. You can have a slight bend in it, of course, if you don't have the flexibility in your hamstring. Just keep pointing it to wherever that may be. Keep pushing into your left heel. Lift up and hold it for 3, 2, and slowly release. Okay, moving your hips again, a little side to side. Going to the opposite side now. You can obviously roll your shoulders under if that feels good in your body. So inhale here. Then with your exhale, lift up. I want to roll my shoulders under this time, interlace my hands and press them down towards the mat to make my chest go taller. And then with your next breath, lift your left knee up this time. Holding it for 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Release your hands if they interlace, and then lower your lower back down. So from here you can either choose to go to by the wall, lift your legs up. We're going to go to plow pose. We've done shoulder stand, so we're going to go to shoulder stand and then slowly lower our legs behind us. You can use pillows or blocks if your feet don't reach to the floor all the way, or simply go by the wall. So inhale, choose your option. Then with your breath out, lift up first. That's how I like to get into plow. Your choice. Slowly lowering your feet to the back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders under. This is a really good pose for releasing your lower back. If you do have any tension there. Holding it for another 3 full breaths. Whenever you're ready, hold on to your lower back. I like to get out of it with holding my lower back and supporting it and coming out of it vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Good. From here, I want you to cross your right leg over. Inhale, and then with your exhale, hold on to your shin, your knees, or the outside of your feet and pull them down. Again, feeling the stretch on the top hip. Mine is the right one. And slowly letting go and changing. So left leg over. Hold on to wherever you feel comfortable. Inhale, and then with your exhale, if you're holding on to your shins or your feet, just pull them down towards the floor till you feel the stretch. If you're not feeling the stretch and there's something you have to adjust, and slowly releasing. We did half happy baby, so for the last pose I want you to go to the full happy baby pose. Holding on again to your knees, to your shins, or to the outside of your feet. Keep pressing your lower back on the mat. Inhale here, and then with your exhale, pull your knees down. If it feels good, just sway from side to side. Massage your lower back. Two more full breaths. And then slowly release. You can choose your Shavasana. We're going to go to Shavasana. You can elevate something under your knees if you want to. Cover yourself with a blanket. Put something, cover your eyes. I would recommend that one. Place your hands down beside you, palms facing up. I want us to do a last scan in our body before we just relax into our Shavasana. Just telling our bodies to let go of everything. No more tension. Start your scanning with the crown of your head. Release any tension you have on your face. Relax your tongue from the top of your mouth. Relax your chest, your hands, your fingers. Relax your hips. Relax your thighs, your knees, and your shins. Relax your ankles and your toes. Breathe very naturally without holding on to anything. Try to bring all the tension into your third eye. And just enjoy this relaxation moment. You can stay here longer if you want, but if you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, bring some movements back to your fingers, to your toes. Take the next breath a bit deeper. And slowly roll onto your favorite side. Use your hand as a pillow. Bend into your knees and bring them close to your chest. Keep your eyes closed. And slowly, whenever you're ready, with the help of your top hand, come up to a seated position. Inhaling, both hands up, palms touch, and with your exhale, bring your hands down. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center. Chin down towards your heart. Just allow this time to honor your body, your mind, your breath. And be thankful for another day, another practice. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Nice evening. Namaste.